Britney Spears made a post on Instagram calling out her family, and she says that she wants to spit in their faces, as she should. She deleted this post, but I've got my screenshots, so let's review it. She writes, I stayed in Maui for 18 days. I didn't want to leave. I mean, at all. Although I couldn't go to the beach because the paparazzi were there, which, not cool paparazzi, she just got her freedom back. It was still pretty cool. There was a private pool that was absolutely adorable connected to the spa. Hidden caves I didn't know about with saunas and outside showers. I was in the jungle. The main thing I worked on was staying healthy, and all that required was getting up, no excuses, and just breaking into the first sweat. I will be honest, the hardest person on me is myself, so I can get a trainer and do all the fundamentals, but the only times I sweat my butt off is when I dedicate myself to it. That's the whole thing depression can keep you from doing. That was the whole thing when my family did what they did to me, holding me against my will, which they say was help. No, I believe in help, but not arrogantly unasked for help. The only thing honestly disturbing about me is depression, but you don't take people out of their homes for that. It sounds like Britney's alluding to the idea that she was put into this facility for depression, and that's a good question, Britney. Like, why would they put you in a facility for depression? I mean, we heard in her testimony back in June that she had to go because she was refusing to do a certain dance move for the domination show. And like, that's again, not a reason to put someone into an actual facility. So I think it's crazy that they could justify her depression for being the reason to send her off and put her through this intense treatment. And she's going to describe this treatment, and it sounds like it's hell. I don't even understand why anyone would pay money to put someone in a situation like Britney was in. There was a different nurse every day looking at me when I changed. Oh God, it's so uncomfy. Not having a say on absolutely anything. Depression is getting stuck in the dark moments in your head. Well, that whole 4-month experience amplified my depression by 100. The people who worked for me stood at the doors saying I couldn't go anywhere. I honestly thought they were trying to kill me because it seemed like some sick joke when I would call and say, I've been working here for 2 weeks. When can I have my keys to my car and go home? Their response, you can come and go when we tell you you can. I need boundaries. I need to know you can't just leave me here every day. Their response, you have to stay in this treatment home for 2 months, then go to our facility for a month. But we really don't know when we'll let you go home. I felt like it stunted my growth when I was there. I could only use my upper body because I had to sit in a chair for 8 hours a day and give like 8 gallons of blood. Obviously, Britney's describing something horrific here. Like, she was put into a facility and had to like go through all this therapy, have a bunch of different people who needed to talk with her and do things with her, and she was sitting down in a chair giving a ton of blood. And I just want to know what you guys think in the comments below, because like, why would she be giving like so much blood? Like, I understand you have to do a blood test like once, but like, why so often? Maybe they were just like trying to like, I don't know, make her extremely uncomfortable. I don't understand why they would put so much medical attention on her, especially if depression would have been the reason to put her in there in the first place. So the blood part really freaks me out because I am not a fan of giving blood. Like, I get scared when I give blood, so I don't quite understand the blood part. So if you have any idea, comment below, but I don't think it adds up. 72 people left me in a car weekly, which I don't know what that's supposed to mean. It was outrageous, and it didn't make sense. I put so much heart in my work before, and I always did my best. My family effing killed me, and that's exactly what I thought. I thought that, or either it was a sick joke. Maybe someone was going to walk in the door and say, ha, we fooled you. No, that never happened. My whole reason for bringing this up is to let people know sometimes the system of nurses and doctors can be employed to make others not better, to make them more sick so they can stay on board and profit. Yes, Britney, call out the system. That was the thing. I was too nice in the conservatorship and never spoke up. They took it too far with me. I've learned through this that being kind is wonderful, but sometimes with serious responsibility, being kind is worse than 2 sins. But I couldn't get angry or scream or anything. I felt suffocated. At one point, I thought, wait, do I have cancer and they don't want me to know? And this is some secret? Some secret therapy for people with cancer, which that is so scary to think. And honestly, I mean, I would understand why she would think that because she's being locked up and she's giving all this blood and stuff. Like, what is the point? Like, what is happening? Honestly, it was insane. The hours I had to be available to 7 different people. I got extremely ill in that place. I couldn't talk. I was on a high dose of lithium. It was demoralizing. Sometimes in certain states, people have to succumb to violence for survival, but that was the whole thing. I wanted to kick and scream all of it, but my family sat back and acted if I was not a big deal. The most damage that was done to me is the sick psychology of my own family convincing me that I was okay with what they did to me. I deserved that. Sorry, we can't help you while they're doing illegal stuff to you, which that's crazy. They tried to convince her that you wanted this or it was for the best for you. Now I would spit in their faces. My one regret in life, my whole 40 years, if I can go back in time, is I would spit in their stupid effing faces. I would be the first person to admit I'm pretty messed up by all of it, and I haven't even come close to sharing all of what they did to me. It's honestly shocking, but in time, I think things will unfold in a bright way. I know I have many ways to go, so I'm taking it a day at a time. P.S. Keep it real. P.S. I still dream about spitting in their effing faces. That's it. Which I think that is such a powerful post. I think Britney sharing these things with the public and then deleting them is probably on purpose. She probably just wants to get it out there, and once it's off her chest, she probably wants to delete it from her page so that she's not like, it's not baggage anymore, and she's just kind of like getting her feelings out there, and this is how she's coping. And I think it's powerful that she's speaking up for herself. I do want to acknowledge a few things before I do close out this video, because I do believe that in one of my videos, I mischaracterized Matthew Rosengart because I used a poorly worded expression in the beginning and referred to him as a villain, and he hasn't been a villain, and it wasn't right for me to use that type of word to describe him, even though I was trying to make it like a catchy, like, whatever, it flopped. So I'm sorry, guys, if that came off the wrong way, because Matthew Rosengart did not deserve that. As far as Sam Asghari, I do not want to go at war with you guys when it comes down to him, because I would be lying to myself if I thought there wasn't any like red flags, and there are some red flags, but at the end of the day, like, he's like, we need to focus on other people who have done Britney wrong. And when I saw the report about Sam, it just like, I know it probably was in bad taste. So I also want to acknowledge that like my channel is not just like my channel, but it's also kind of like our channel in a way. And when I see you guys get upset over coverage of like Sam Asghari like that, I don't like enjoy it. It doesn't make me feel good. And at the end of the day, does it need to be posted on my channel? Maybe it just doesn't. So I'm going to try to refrain from, conspiracies about Sam, because we don't know yet. But I respect you guys, and I want you to know that I see and I hear and I listen and I understand, and I don't want to, I don't want to make it any worse. So I just want to say that, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'll see you guys in a new one soon. Bye, guys.